graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1-2, but we're number one. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
All the freshmen, all the boys,
High school, champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening to everyone, and welcome to Batavia High School here in Batavia, Illinois, home of the Battling Bulldogs. We're here because your Collinsville Kahok football team is here. Why? Round number 1 of the Class 7A playoffs. Collinsville into the playoffs for the 4th year in a row. Unprecedented in Collinsville Kahok program history. So welcome once again. My name is Todd Duke, and we welcome you in to the pregame show, brought to you tonight by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville. Owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call at 618-343-3602 or online at chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. We are on top of the press box here at Batavia High School, so we're out in the elements, a little chilly, but you know what? We'll take it over anything else that could be possibly happening on the first day of November. No precipitation in the forecast, not a lot of wind either, so we're hoping to get through this with just a little bit of chill in the bones, and that's about it. All right, let's get going. Collinsville comes into this contest with an overall record of 5-4 under their 4th-year head coach Colton Rhodes, who now has a record of 28 wins and 13 losses. Batavia, they come into this contest 8-1. They are ranked number 3 in the latest Associated Press's poll of Illinois high school football teams. Dennis Perron is their head coach. He is into his 14th year and has a sparkling record of 137 wins and 25 losses. So the Canucks are playing in a round 1 7A playoff game for the 4th straight season. As I mentioned, unprecedented territory for Kahok football, and head coach Colton Rhodes has been at the helm for all 4 of those. Lots of firsts under Coach Rhodes. First time hosting a playoff game, first season, lost to Geneva 28-21 following an 8-1 regular season in 2021. Another 8-1 regular season in 2022 saw Collinsville host another first-round playoff game and picked up the very first win in Kahok football playoff history with a 42-12 win over Bradley Bourbonnais. That put Collinsville into the second round for the first time ever, although they lost that one on the road in the Chicago area, 45-15 at Brother Rice. A 5-4 season followed in 2023, so the Kahawks had to go on the road for a round number 1 game at Maine West, who came into that game 9-0, and Collinsville won their first ever road playoff game by a score of 20-15. That allowed Coach Rhodes and his team the opportunity to host a round number 2 game for the first time ever, but Lincoln Way West spoiled the fun by handing the Kahawks a 43-19 loss. What will the 4th straight postseason berth look like? Well, we will find out here shortly. As far as Batavia goes, their most successful head coach is Dennis Perron, as his team back into the postseason once again. Take out the pandemic year when the IHA state playoffs were shuttered due to COVID, and Perron and the Bulldogs have made the postseason every year of Perron's tenure. 6A state champs in 2013, 7A state champs in 2017, as well as a second-place trophy in 2022, all on Perron's resume. This season, the Bulldogs won their first 5 games, outscoring those 5 opponents 219-62. One win was against co-conference champs St. Charles North with a 45-14 win. The other co-conference champ, Geneva, handed the Bulldogs their lone loss on the year, a 30-17 loss right here on their home field. And that was in week number 6 of Batavia's schedule. The Bulldogs would win their final 3 games of the regular season to finish 8-1. The regular season finale at Glenbard North was the closest that the Bulldogs came to losing their second game on the season, as Batavia eked out a 35-34 win. And we understand that Glenbard North scored that touchdown to have the 34 points, went for 2 points to try to win it, but failed, and that gave Batavia that win. And a 3-way tie, by the way, for the Duquesne Conference Championship between Batavia, Geneva, and St. Charles North. All of those teams finished 6-1 in their conference. Had a chance just a little while ago to catch up with Collinsville head coach Colton Rhodes. My conversation with the Kahawk football head coach comes your way next on the Kahawk Sports Network.
I'd like to introduce you to some incredible new technology we have available here at Chiropractic Works. The machine is known as an Invisired lipolaser machine. The Invisired machine emits a red light and red laser that combine in unison to go through the skin layers into the adipose or fat tissue and cause the cells to go ahead and metabolize themselves. The Invisired technology is the only machine that's FDA approved for fat loss, stimulates collagen and elastin, improves the function of the lymphatic system, boosts metabolism, and increases metabolic response. Typical response after the very first treatment is 1/2 to 2 inches of loss in body measurement. So if you think that this technology could help you accomplish any weight loss or aesthetic goals, we'd be glad to have you come in for a consultation, get a first treatment, and experience the amazing benefits that Invisired offers.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking. Conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage Team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site, right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027 or online at oldheraldbrewing.com.
It's probably the largest purchase you'll ever make. We have 5 agents on our team.
We cover about an hour radius around St. Louis.
We grew up here. We know every town like the back of our hands.
Our job as realtors is helping someone find their dream home, whether it's a family or an individual. We just want to do everything that we can to keep the process as simple and as stress-free as possible for you.
The Blaylock Group, the official realtors of the Kahok Sports Network and Kahok Athletics.
I'd like to introduce you to some incredible new technology we have available here at Chiropractic Works. The machine is known as an InvisiRed lipolaser machine. The InvisiRed machine emits a red light and red laser that combine in unison to go through the skin layers into the adipose or fat tissue and cause the cells to go ahead and metabolize themselves. The InvisiRed technology is the only machine that's FDA approved for fat loss, stimulates collagen and elastin, improves the function of the lymphatic system, boosts metabolism, and increases metabolic response. Typical response after the very first treatment is a 1/2 to 2 inches of loss in body measurement. So if you think that this technology could help you accomplish any weight loss or aesthetic goals, we would be glad to have you come in for a consultation, get a first treatment, and experience the amazing benefits that InvisiRed offers.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. We have made a long trip north, and we're in Batavia, home of the Battling Bulldogs. That's what the water tower says off to our left over here. Joining us now is Collinsville's fourth-year head coach, Colton Rhodes. Coach, all right, man, thoughts on the season? You clinched playoff eligibility in week number 9, a little bit later than I'm sure that you wanted to, but the 4th straight year that you have led the Kahoks to the playoffs. So tell me your thoughts on the 2024 season.
Yeah, it's been an awesome ride. We started the season saying, we've got 9 guaranteed chapters in our book, and so we're really happy to get that 10th chapter tonight in week 10. But overall, the season, there was a lot of ups and downs, definitely, and I thought we didn't really play our best game, really, until I think probably last week is when we kind of played a fully complete game, at least on the offensive and defensive sides of the ball, like together at once. Special teams week 9 wasn't great, but offense and defense kind of helped us out, and we didn't have to worry too much about special teams. So it's really good to finally have that full complete game almost in week 9 and kind of come into the playoffs. We're feeling a little hot. We played our best game last week, so we're just hoping to build on it. I know we got a tough opponent this week, but overall I'm extremely happy with the season, and 4 in a row is really special. So this senior class went freshmen, sophomore, juniors, now they're seniors. They went all 4 years, so that's something for them to be able to tell everybody about in the future. So I'm really happy for them.
I swear you must have a camera over my shoulder when I'm writing down these questions. Let me read my next question to you. Triad game outside of special teams play, well executed on both sides of the ball. So talk about last week's game.
Yeah, no, I thought we did a really good job. I think obviously special teams, we fumbled that first kickoff return, and you're just kind of thinking like, well, this isn't going the way we planned at all, is it? But we gave up that early touchdown because we gave him great field position there, and we almost stopped him even. But we bounced right back. We scored on our first drive offensively there, and it was just back and forth there into the first quarter until we had that big turnover there with Tongay forced that fumble, and then I think Loyal recovered it, and then we scored on the very first play with a nice little Chase Reynolds QB draw, and that just kind of bounced it wide open for us, and we just never looked back. So just extremely excited and happy that we finally kind of figured it all out last week. Let's just hope we can continue that.
All right, see, next question on the list. Defense, Loyal Patterson, Montre Karoom, Michael Tongay had outstanding games. You already mentioned a couple of them there, but, man, I tell you what, I was impressed with Montre Karoom. He came to play last week.
Yeah, it was great to see. He's had some ups and downs this season as well, just like any of them, but we kind of really told him, if he can focus on doing what he's coached to do and control that gap and then fly to the football like we know he always does, really good things can happen. They happened last week. He was getting after the quarterback. He was chasing down running backs downfield or receivers downfield. it was great to see his motor finally come through and do great things. And I mean, Michael coming back is obviously a big thing for us, so he made great plays. And then Loyal's the guy who fumbled that opening kickoff return, so for him to step back up on defense and make plays throughout the game and get a bunch of tackles and some pass breakups, like it's really all you can ask for out of these guys, and I'm happy they did it.
All right, before we get to the nuts and bolts of the offense and what they did, let's talk about what they didn't do. Specifically, the touchdown that wasn't, when Devin Habermill's touchdown, when he leaped over a guy at the goal line, was called back. You explained it to me after the game, but let everybody else know why that was called back.
Yeah, so in high school football, you're not really allowed to hurdle people, basically you can only hurdle people when they are laying down or they don't have 2 feet on the ground or 1 foot and a knee or something like that. So technically it was a hurdle that he shouldn't have done. I mean, maybe if you slow-mo it, you can tell. It's a hard call to make in high school football. It's so bang-bang because that guy was diving or laying on the ground, and he didn't really have an opportunity to tackle Devin. And otherwise you're asking Devin to just run and bowl that kid over, which Devin was certainly capable of doing, but instead he just jumped over him and avoided contact for both kids, which isn't necessarily a bad thing in my mind in high school football when you're battling injuries all the time. But, they called it illegal, and I'm just thankful after that, and they didn't reel us down first and goal from the 16 like they thought they were, and so that's why we had the long conversation with the refs after that. But we got it back, and we were able to finish up that drive and score. So glad it happened, and Devin knows not to hurdle people, and he's just going to run some people over tonight when he gets a chance is the goal.
All right, let's talk a little bit more about your offense. Chase Reynolds and Rome Richardson, both over 100 yards rushings and 5 touchdowns between them. And you mentioned the 2 touchdowns in the span of 20 seconds.
Yeah, they both did an excellent job. We're going to go as far as they can take us basically the rest of the way. So I'm really happy that especially Michael coming back is going to help our team even more, because now we can give Rome a little bit more of a break on defense. He's still going to play defense. He's a great kid, great player all around. But if we can get 4 defensive linemen, only those 2 linebackers in there, and give our set that way Rome just gets a couple more breaks, and he's just that much more dynamic on offense before he goes out and helps us on defense here and there to give Devin a break or go with all 3 linebackers like we did to start the year. But no, Chase and Rome are going to do a great job. If we can run the ball as well as we did last week, it just opens up the passing game, and you see Amari had 100 yards receiving too. So just when everything's working together, it opens up for everybody else too. So it was awesome to see.
All right, let's move on to this week. Batavia, they're pretty good, man. They're 8-1, number 3 ranked team in 7A according to the latest AP poll. So what have you learned about the Bulldogs by watching the film that you could use to your advantage?
I would say offensively, they're a lot like us. I think they have a solid quarterback. They're an awesome coach team, a great offensive line, and some decent skill position guys. But they are a run-first team, and they're going to pass it after they draw you in and kind of make you think about the run a lot. So they do a lot of different things offensively, a lot of different formations where they'll pack it in real tight or they'll spread you out and go empty sets. So they try and test you all over the field and test your discipline. But I wouldn't say they are the scariest team we face this season. Obviously, they're a great team, but we're not going to come out of here and be scared of Batavia tonight. Defensively, and again, they're stout up front. I say their front 7 and their offensive line, both sides of the ball, are kind of their strong points. So if the game's going to be won or lost tonight, I'd say the trenches is going to have a big deal about it, unless both teams are giving up some big plays there in the defensive secondary or the offensive skill position wise guys. But I think it's going to be a good battle tonight, and I like the way they do things. But it's if you want a chance to be great in the state of Illinois, sometimes you got to beat some powerhouses, and now's our chance.
All right, so you talked about Batavia. Let's talk about you guys. What do you guys have to do tonight to pull out a win?
If we can play offense and defensively like we did in Week 9 and just continue to build on it, I think we have a great shot here to come in here and kind of put our names on another season here in the state of Illinois. So if we can stay out of the penalty books, do great on first down, convert on third downs when we have those chances, and just continue to score and let our defense stop them. If we can get 1 or 2 turnovers, that's going to be huge, because those momentums are just help our offense out so much. But, if we can just come up here and play Kahok football, I like our chances.
All right, so I'm sure that this has been brought up before. You guys went on the road just about as far of a drive last year and beat a team that went into that first round playoffs that was 9-0. So you got an 8-1 team this year, so why not, right?
Exactly, why not? And, it's a new season, new team, but these guys are ready for the challenge.
Thanks for the visit, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
That is Colton Rhodes, your Collinsville Kahok football head coach. We'll take a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. When we come back, starters and stats, all that and more coming up on the Kahok Sports Network.
I'd like to introduce you to some incredible new technology we have available here at Chiropractic Works. The machine is known as an Invisired lipolaser machine. The Invisired machine emits a red light and red laser that combine in unison to go through the skin layers into the adipose or fat tissue and cause the cells to go ahead and metabolize themselves. The Invisired technology is the only machine that's FDA approved for fat loss, stimulates collagen and elastin, improves the function of the lymphatic system, boosts metabolism, and increases metabolic response. Typical response after the very first treatment is 1/2 to 2 inches of loss in body measurement. So if you think that this technology could help you accomplish any weight loss or aesthetic goals, we would be glad to have you come in for a consultation, get a first treatment, and experience the amazing benefits that Invisired offers.
Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Todd Duke here, proud member of the Collinsville Educational Assistants Association. Whether you call us teachers' aides, paraprofessionals, or educational assistants, it all comes down to one thing: taking care of students. More importantly, your student. Yes, we are there for the teachers, and we help them in any way possible. But our goals are in line with our teachers in that we want to see our students succeed at not only being a student, but well beyond that as we ready them for the world outside of the classroom. We are Union strong. We are Kahok strong. We strive to help students reach their potential. We are the Collinsville Educational Assistants Association. Go Kahawks! Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Owner Jay Merkel and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, no matter what you drive: cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for you and your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 618-977-1224. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details, 618-977-1224. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. And once again, we welcome you back here to Batavia High School. Todd Duke is my name. On the other microphone, the one, the only, Mr. Chris Keller. How are you?
Yeah. Okay, that's an interesting introduction. Yeah, great to be here with you. Hey, everybody, thanks for tuning in. We're glad to be with you here in Batavia, and we'll have a video for you. Thanks to Clay Smith, who did some hard work to get us on all the good to go on all that. It was a little bit of a process this week, but hopefully the Chaos can come out here tonight and get this win.
Yeah, we just witnessed something a little bit weird. The band was out there playing right at midfield in the midfield circle, and right when the referees were getting ready to do the coin toss, they started to play the national anthem. So it appears that Collinsville won the coin toss and deferred, so they will be kicking off to Batavia, and then Collinsville will get the ball back to start the second half. So Collinsville will begin on defense, and this is what your defense will look like when they finally trot out there. On the front, you will find the likes of Montre Kroom, Jack Shepard, Adam Frazier, and Caleb Patton. Your linebackers will be John Thomas, Devin Havermill, and Michael Tongay. And your defensive backs, Zach Priest, Romel Bollinger, Chase Reynolds, and Loyal Patterson. We'll give you the stats for the offense of Batavia because they're going to get the ball first. But first, we want to ask Chris Keller what he thought about the coach's interview because he listened to the whole thing.
Yeah, like that he was proud of our team and come out and beating Triad last week. Other than special teams, did a lot of great things last week, and we came out and got that 5th win to get in the playoffs. And it's a special thing to be out here in Week 10. First round of the playoffs, so we didn't come this far to go this far. So it's a new season, and it's time to get going. Coach has done a great job here in his 4 years, bringing a different version of football here to Collinsville, some success that we hadn't had in the past.
All right, and Matt Reynolds is back healthy again, so Matt Reynolds will be handling the kickoffs. He'll also be a starting wide receiver, and he'll handle the punts as well. So good job last week by Will Swift on the kickoffs and Logan Odell on the punts. So, but it's always nice to have your starters back in there.
Yeah, it sounds like we're pretty healthy, right?
Yeah.
I think we've gotten past most of the injuries here, so you definitely want to have your main guys. Swift just didn't get the 1 extra point, but that had nothing to do with his fault.
No, it was not. That ball went way over his head.
Didn't cost the Chaos at all. And Batavia did some other little introductions here. We're going to get started here maybe about a minute or two early.
Yeah. Well, you can tell that when you have the bird's eye view across the way there, you can see behind where the Kahok fans are sitting. That is the actual high school. So we are right between the high school and the baseball field. Yeah, that's where we are. Okay, back deep for Batavia, Brett Bergeron. He has returned 4 kickoffs this year for 149 yards, averages 37.3 per kickoffs. He's on the near sideline. On the far sideline is Isaiah Brown. He has also caught 4 kickoffs this year for 59 yards, 14.8 on his return average. So we are about ready to go. Collinsville on the right side of your screen, dressed in the white uniforms and the purple helmets, and Batavia out there in the red and the yellow, and the ball skips right up to one of the up men. And Collinsville, as we mentioned last week, they had a little bit of a problem on punt returns and kickoff returns, and not as much of a run back, but the ball was caught at the 30-yard line, ran up to midfield, so a gain of about almost 20 on the kickoff return.
He was heading right to the line of guys and caught a block there to spur him a couple extra yards. And Montre Kroom worked the sidelines there and pushed him out of bounds. Batavia will start the 48.
All right, so Batavia comes out. Their quarterback is Bodie Anderson, 72 of 141 on the year, 1,106 yards, 12 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. But they are primarily a run-first team, and they throw first. And over on the sideline was Isaiah Brown, and it went off of his outstretched left hand. So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. Nathan Whitwell, he is the premier running back. He has had 6 games of 100 yards or more, 191 carries on the year, 1,260 yards, and 24 touchdowns. He averages about 6.6 yards per run, so you give the ball to him twice, and he's got a 1st down.
Batavia looking to pass out the flat there. It looked like Brown just didn't get off the out of the gate there too fast, and the ball was about a step ahead of him.
So Anderson was under center. This time he's in shotgun, and he'll take the ball and he'll run. He'll have a 1st down, and he will be tackled down around the 30-yard line. So a 1st down for Batavia. And Bodie Anderson on the ground this year has had 25 carries for 90 yards and 2 touchdowns. So he's got his team the first down of this game.
Batavia trying to catch Collinsville off guard. They're not expecting Anderson to carry the ball as much. He carries that one, finds plenty of running room, over 20 yards.
So 1st and 10 from Collinsville's 29-yard line. Kahawks and their defense played a real good game last week against Triad. Anderson is in shotgun once again. He has Whitwell as his lone running back, but this time Anderson's going to roll out to his right, and he's going to throw on the run, and he's got the receiver open despite the very close coverage over there by Collinsville's John Thomas, but he managed to get that ball in there.
Pass came up over just Thomas's head. He never saw it coming, didn't know where to knock it down or not.
Gain of about 6 on the play. We'll bring up a 2nd down and 4. We'll call it a 2nd down and 3 according to the scoreboard. Ball right now sitting on Collinsville's 22-yard line. We're just underway here in the first quarter, just a little over 1 minute gone. Isaiah Brown lines up as a wide receiver over on the far side. Brett Bergeron, lines up over here on the near side. And for the first time tonight, the running back, Whitwell, is going to get the ball, and he'll have a first down and a little bit more before he is finally pushed out of bounds at the 10-yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal for the Bulldogs from there.
Yeah, Whitwell gets the ball there. He had a big hole across the middle. Tried to shake and bake and do a little more with it. Didn't keep it in bounds, but he sets up Batavia nice for 1st and goal.
Well, the Bulldogs are off and running. State champions in 2013 and 2017. Second place a couple of years ago. Both wide receivers this time, Brown and Bergeron, line up over on the left side of the formation. Split backs on either side of Anderson. And it's going to be another handoff to Whitwell, and he is going to juke his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Great blocks take Habermill out of that. After that, it's just one-on-one, and Whitwell follows him into the end zone, and all positive plays for the Bulldogs on that drive as the dog is barking.
Yep.
Only takes a minute 29 for Batavia to go down and get the touchdown.
All right, so time for the extra point, which is, always kind of fun to watch, depending on which game you're watching here. And, bad snap, and the holder is running back. He's not going to be able to do much with it, and that's not going to matter anyway, so it'll just be a missed extra point. So we'll see if that will play a little bit of a role later on in the game, as we have a first timeout after Batavia goes up by a score of 6-0 on a 10-yard touchdown run by Nathan Whitwell. Collinsville will get the ball back for their first possession when we come back from a commercial break here on the Kahok Sports Network.
First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville and Collinsville locations, and now in Marissa, St. Laborie, and New Athens for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs with super low closing costs and low construction loan rates. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121, or visit their Maryville or Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Once again, we welcome you back here to Batavia High School. Todd Duke and Chris Kettler along with you as Caleb Peters is ready to kick things off, give Collinsville their first crack at offense here. And they'll kick a little short one. It's going to be at the 25-yard line by Michael Tongay, and Tongay will run into a swarm of special teams players, and he'll continue to push his way all the way up to the 35-yard line. So that's where Collinsville will begin their first possession of this contest, and they will trot out to the field. The usual suspects: Chase Reynolds at quarterback. Your running back is Rome Richardson. 3 wide receivers: Amari Rogers Parrott, Matt Reynolds, and Loyal Patterson, and Devin Habermill, the tight end. Up front, left tackle is Caleb Patton. Your left guard is Ellis Kircher. Your center is Caden Hearn. Right guard is Zach Howe, and your right tackle is Jack Shepard. So Collinsville begins 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. 2 wide receivers on either side of this formation. And, of course, Rome Richardson is the lone setback. And we're going to have a behind the line of scrimmage pass to Parrott. And he'll come up and fumble the ball. And now we'll have to wait and see who has it.
Parrott comes back up with it.
Okay, so he recovered his own fumble after a gain of about a yard on the play. So I was hoping we weren't going to have a fumble on the first play of the game like we did last week. That was on the kickoff.
Ball definitely hit the ground there, but he was able to recover his own fumble.
All right, so 2nd and 9 now for Collinsville. They'll bring Loyal Patterson And Rogers Parrott over here in the slot. Devin Habermill will move from the left side to the right side of the formation. Handoff is going to go to Richardson. Richardson carries a few people with him across the 40-yard line. A pickup of about 4 on the play. Maybe just 3, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5 for Collinsville.
At 90, Gavin McCord just latched on to Richardson there, and Richardson fought for about an extra yard or so. It's 3rd and 5, so it's a manageable situation for the Kahawks.
Chase Reynolds on the year, 90 of 161, 817 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. He has Rome Richardson over his left shoulder this time. Same wide receivers on the same side. This time it's going to be a keeper by Reynolds, and he'll get close to the 45-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 44. Needed to get to the 46 for a 1st down, and we'll see if Coach Rhodes wants to go for it.
Yeah, it's going to be all of 2 yards. It was a little slow for him to get through that hole. Would have sped through that hole a little quicker. Might have had a chance to get that 1st down.
Reynolds also leads the team in the rushing department too, 127 carries for 1,035 yards, 13 touchdowns. Richardson on the year, 102 carries, 475 yards, and 11 touchdowns. Collinsville is going to go for it here on 4th down. He got some movement up front, but no flags. There's the snap. Handoff is going to go to Rome Richardson, and he's going to get swallowed up right at the 45-yard line as the crowd continues to push. The spot from the far sideline judge looks good, and the near sideline judge is right across from him at the 46, so that should be a 1st down.
If he has to get on the 46, I say he got it.
Yeah.
It wasn't the
1st down.
Wasn't the 2nd effort. It wasn't the 3rd effort.
Man,
it was about the 4th or 5th.
I'm telling you what.
He ran right into a wall there right at the 45, but never gave up. He definitely earned those 2 yards. They only show up as 2 yards in the stat line, but whoo.
Yeah.
What's this red light? Holy cow.
I don't know. They got a couple of them over there. All right, fresh set of downs for Collinsville. 3 wide receivers stacked on the right side. And here is the snap, and it's going to be another handoff to Rome Richardson. We got flags flying in here from the near side sideline, so I would imagine that's going to end up being a hold by Collinsville.
In motion, man in motion. And that the only one here on this side was Patterson. Looks like they're going to go ahead and decline it.
Illegal motion.
Yeah.
Yep, it is declined. A loss of a yard on the play will bring up 2nd down and 11 here for Collinsville. So ball on the 45-yard line. Patterson and Parrott come over here on this side. On the far side is Matt Reynolds. And again, Rome Richardson stands over the left shoulder of Chase Reynolds. Here's a snap. Reynolds is in a little bit of trouble, and he's going to go down.
That play was a no-go from the beginning. Absolutely nothing you could do about that one. Offensive line gets hammered through there by the entire defensive line of Batavia Bulldogs. Loss of 5, nowhere to go, and now the Kahawks have 3rd and very long.
Yeah, they do. You heard Coach in the pregame interview talking about this game is going to be won or lost in the trenches, and the trenches were a big part of that play. Empty backfield, 3 wide receivers left, 2 wide receivers on the right side. Chase Reynolds in shotgun all by himself. Here's the snap. Reynolds back to pass. Got a little bit more time. Steps up in the pocket. Throws while he's on the run and throws it over everyone's head. So that's going to bring up a 4th down, and I would think we're going to see Matt Reynolds come out and punt this time.
Well, he knew that pocket was closing, so he stepped up and tried to make the throw, but Maury Rogers Parrott was just too far up the field because Reynolds couldn't set himself to fling that ball down the field. He had to force the punt.
They will, and Matt Reynolds stands at his own 25, back at around their own 25. 2 for Batavia, and one of those is Grayson Kelly. I can't see the other number. Here's the kick. It's an end-over-end kick that's going to end up hit one of our guys.
It didn't go far at all.
No, it did not. We're out of bounds just around midfield. They're going to place it down at the 45-yard line. So Batavia, once again, will have decent starting field position to work with, and it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 45 for the Bulldogs.
That last possession for Batavia really set up Whitwell real well as they faked some passes, had the quarterback run one, but then when they really needed to go to their bread and butter, they handed off to Whitwell, and Kahawks were looking in other places, and Whitwell was right there and punched it in for the touchdown.
7:11 left to go here in this opening quarter. Batavia with a 6-0 lead. They swing a pass out once again to Isaiah Brown, excuse me. And Brown will have enough for the 1st down, and the chains will move again. And It didn't take very long for the Bulldogs to get back into Kahok territory at the Collinsville 44-yard line.
Just like the first play Batavia started the game with. That time Brown got off the blocks a little better. Still kind of had to crawl that in last second, but more than enough yards for the first down.
Brown is lined up as a wide receiver on the far side, and under center now is Anderson. And a man comes off the line, and then he'll take the handoff. That's the tight end, and he'll not get a lot of room. Actually, that was Nathan Whitwell. He peeled off. He was lined up as a tight end on that play and then peeled off and came back for the handoff. Gain of a yard.
Batavia mixing it up there, trying some different looks. Expecting Whitwell in a different spot. Kahok sniffed that one out.
So 2nd down and 9 upcoming here for Batavia. Collinsville's defense trying real hard to get the ball back as they split out. Isaiah Brown over here on the near side. On the far side is Jake Mislewick. And now we're going to have a flag on the play.
Referee throwing this one.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a delay a game or something. I don't know.
The back judge would throw a delay a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, substitution.
Illegal substitution, yeah.
So, first negative thing for Batavia offensively is that penalty.
5-yard penalty will bring up 2nd down and 13 as the ball sits on Collinsville's 47-yard line. Here's the snap. Handoff is going to go to Whitwell. Whitwell tries the left side. He gets caught from behind by Habermill, and then Habermill gets a little bit of help there from his friends, and a modest gain on the play of about a yard, so it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 12 for the Bulldogs.
They got another guy in the backfield with Whitwell. Brummel, he's leading it like a fullback there, but Habermill sniffs it out, gets him. And 3rd and long now for Batavia. Kahok can get this stop here. Get the offense back out there.
That's exactly what they're trying to do. They bring 3 wide receivers over here on the right side, 1 on the far side, and 1 lone running back is Whitwell. He stands off to the right-hand shoulder of Anderson. Anderson is going to go back to pass. He throws while he's on the run. He's got Brown open at the 30-yard line. That's going to be a Batavia 1st down.
Seemed like they were looking a little deeper there, but they end up dumping it underneath to Brown. Enough for a 1st down. The Cahoks can't get the stop.
Chains got reset. Clock continues to move. 5:35 left to play here in this 1st quarter. 6-0 for Batavia. They scored a 10-yard touchdown run on their opening drive by Nathan Whitwell. That was his 25th touchdown of the year. Brown lines up as a wide receiver over on the far side once again. Whitwell will stand just a little off to the left-hand shoulder of Anderson. He'll get the handoff. He'll go up the middle, and he'll meet with a little resistance, but then plow forward for a couple of more yards. So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 8.
Tonga getting in there blocking that one up. It's still positive play for Batavia, 2 yards for Whitwell.
So Whitwell making things happen out there as Grayson Kelly will come in off the bench to relay the play to everyone. And this time we're going to have 3 wide receivers all on the left, 2 more on the right, empty backfield. And Kelly is going to be in there at quarterback. Whitwell comes in motion. Fake handoff to him. Whitwell goes up the middle with it and gets it around to the 25-yard line. So another couple of yards gain, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and 5 situation for Batavia.
A different quarterback comes in, and he keeps that one, runs it up the middle.
Yeah.
So Batavia bringing in different looks.
Grayson Kelly listed on the roster as a running back.
He goes back to the sidelines.
Yep, Anderson will come back in.
So now still looking for this 3rd down stop. Could be 4-down territory for Batavia.
I would think so. Split backs on either side of Anderson as Bodie Anderson is back in there at quarterback. 3rd down and 5 here for Batavia. Back to pass is Anderson. Throws over toward the sideline. And a slip tackle past Loyal Patterson. And then it took Chase Reynolds to bring him down. And that was Bert Bergeron who caught that pass. And it's going to be 1st and goal here for Batavia.
He's up putting his head down there, realizing he's beat on the catch there. Loyal Patterson's got to make sure he gets that tackle and doesn't let the guy get in the end zone. Good job covering by Chase, but Batavia is setting up real nice here. Another drive. 2 drives, getting down here again.
Another 1st and goal situation here for the Bulldogs. Brown lines up as the only wide receiver in this set. 3 running backs, and the Handoff is going to go to Whitwell. He gets wrapped up, and that's Montre Kroom who takes him down for a loss on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down and goal, but instead from the 7-yard line, it's going to be from the 9-yard line.
That's just exactly what Coach wanted to see. Talked about in the pregame. Kroom just sealing that spot off. His friends come in behind him, Reynolds and Havermill. Great stop there on 1st and goal.
So 2nd down and goal from the 9-yard line for Batavia. 3 minutes left to play here in this opening quarter. Already 6-0 in favor of the home team. Collinsville would like to stop them here and at least hold them to a field goal try. This would be a nice time for one of those turnovers that Coach Rhodes was talking about in the pregame interview. 2 wide receivers on the left side. Here is Anderson. He rolls out. He looks. He throws into the back corner, and he overthrows his intended receiver. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down and goal now for Batavia. And Collinsville. Oh, look at that.
Thank you.
Got some hot chocolate delivered up here to us. How about that?
Yeah, so the quarterback looked in the corner, the deep corner of the end zone. He had a guy more up front that could have got that one in Berrigan. Didn't see him underneath. As I think you told him to give us hot chocolate.
I did. I was just joking, though, when I emailed him. I'm like, if you guys can bring us up some hot chocolate, that'd be great. Here is a handoff to Whitwell, and he's in for a touchdown. So a 10-yard touchdown and an 8-yard touchdown for number 28, Nathan Whitwell.
Man, he got out there real well and just followed his blocks. That was a great run by a running back. Didn't try to do too much. Knew where he needed to go, and he was basically untouched.
Got a little pyrotechnics going on there. 12-0 in favor of Batavia. We'll see if they want to go for a 2-point conversion and try to make up for that last mixed extra point.
Yeah, they do. And why wouldn't you?
Yeah, Whitwell is going to stand to the right of Anderson. Only 1 wide receiver. That's Brown over here on this near side. And a flag on the play as he did not get in. So whatever it is, if it's against Batavia, you decline it and just go ahead and take the missed 2-point conversion.
Anderson trying to get around the corner.
Yep, that's exactly what they did. False start, declined. So Collinsville will get the ball back again as we go to a commercial break. We'll find out if the Kahok's offense can get on track here and put some points on the board right after we return from this break on the Kahok Sports Network.
Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. Plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at 618-345-0611. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville.
Once again, we welcome you back here to Batavia High School. And the kickoff on the way, and at the 12-yard line, dropped by Rogers Parrott, but he is going to pick it up and bring it across the 20-yard line, and Collinsville will start 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. That was a little hairy on the kickoff there as well.
Rogers Parrott with a couple of drops. He had it on his, was technically a carry because it was lateral back to him, but hopefully he can shore that up. Check those gloves. Get them stickier.
Check the gloves. It's the gloves' fault.
Get them stickier. Yeah, I mean, this is the coldest game of the year. You know, some of these guys might just not, their hands might be just a little different. It's basically warm every game this year.
Yeah, it has been. 2 wide receivers on either side for Collinsville here. 1st and 10 from their own 24. We have 2:32 left to play. Here's another behind the line of scrimmage pass. Zach Priest looked like he wanted to throw it and then tucked it and tried to run with it, and he's going to lose almost 10 yards on that play back to the 15-yard line. Looked like they wanted to go with that double trouble play once again, but that did not work out the way the first 2 have.
Yeah, he had no one to throw it to. That was busted. I guess Batavia had seen that on film. He busted that play out a couple times throughout the season, and other teams are going to learn what you can do and not going there. And that's a big loss in the first down for Collinsville.
2nd down and 19 now for the Kahawks as Rome Richardson checks back into the game. He stands over the right shoulder of Chase Reynolds. 2 wide receivers left, 1 on the right, and rolling out is to Habermill, and he bobbles it. And did he catch it?
Yeah, they're going
Yes,
to give
he
it
did.
to him.
Yeah.
He was closing in on the sideline as he got it on the second effort, popped up out of his hands, and then he had to corral it back in.
Right back up to the original line of scrimmage, so 3rd down and 10 upcoming here for Collinsville. 1:36 left to play here in this first quarter. Kahok's looking to get this offense on track. They would like to put up some points because right now they're down 12-0. You do not want to go down any farther than that. Matt Reynolds and Rogers Parrott line up as wide receivers on the far side. Loyal Patterson on this side. This time, Rome Richardson is on the left side, and it's going to be a pass to Loyal Patterson, but he's going to get caught right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe he got 2 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Collinsville's going to have to punt the ball away again.
Had to leave his feet, go up and get that one, and it allowed the defender to close in on him and wrap him up right away. Great job defensively by Batavia, forcing Collinsville to punt.
Brown and Kelly are back deep, and when I mean deep, I mean standing around their own 40-yard line, as Matt Reynolds is going to take this snap, and he's going to kick from just beyond his 10. And this one is a little bit better, but it's still a little short. It's going to take a Collinsville bounce, and it's still going to roll, and Collinsville is going to let it roll all the way down to the 41-yard line. That's where Batavia will get their 3rd possession on offense, and it comes with 52.6 seconds left to play here in this opening quarter.
Ball landed in a whole bunch of traffic there.
Sure did.
One Batavia guy standing down there in the way. If it goes off of him, plenty of chaos ready to pounce.
That's what they were hoping for, and it never materialized, as once again the Batavia offense will check back out onto the field. And it looks like another different quarterback here as well, as they trot out Malachi Smith. And Smith is going to go back to pass. He's going to throw the ball deep down the middle. He's got a receiver wide open, and he dropped it right into the hands of Brett Bergeron, and Brett Bergeron just dropped it. That touchdown written all over it.
Yeah, he had Will Patterson beat one-on-one. That was just a drop.
Yep, sure was.
They bring out this quarterback here who I guess is
Grayson Kelly once again.
One that can just fling the ball down.
Well,
Michael Vander is the one that's listed as a quarterback between the 2 number 8s.
Yeah, we don't know which number 8 it is.
Well, the one is listed as a quarterback, Vander.
Yeah. Yeah, he actually has some stats here as Whitwell with a carry, and he is going to have enough for a 1st down.
Very close. Very close. I think they got the 1st down with Whitwell on the right side.
Michael Vander Lutgarten is his name. 8 passes completed on 14 for the year, and he has 1 touchdown for 95 yards. So he almost about doubled his yardage total if that pass would have been complete. 1st down and 10, 27 seconds left. Clock continues to run. And once again, here's the quarterback handing it off to Whitwell. Whitwell gets out of some trouble. He's being chased from behind by Chase Reynolds, but Reynolds is not going to get there. And now we're going to have a penalty flag come down, and I believe we're going to have an illegal block by Isaiah Brown.
That's exactly what it's going to be. Great job of Whitwell to stay alive and then take the ball the whole opposite direction of where the play was originally going. You know there's going to be a lot of running room there if you can kick it out. But unfortunately, it's going to be a legal block. It's going to go all for naught for Bulldogs.
It's going to be a spot foul, so the foul happened right where they needed to get the 1st down, so they'll back them up.
It's 1st down anyway, so it's going to be about 1st and 10 again anyway, just from 10 yards farther back.
Yep.
They can wind the clock here and just take this to the quarter.
And it looks like that's what Batavia is going to do as the clock continues to move, and they just kind of stand around. So the end of 1 quarter of play, 12-0 in favor of Batavia. Batavia still on the move on offense, and we'll tell you all about the next one right after we come back from a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz, and classic rock is always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl, new vinyl, and hard-to-find vinyl. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's, where you can check out the latest in audio gear, from new top-of-the-line speakers to turntables and receivers, plus all of the accessories. Rich's has t-shirts, record cleaners, turntable needles, wall art, and so much more. If you can't find what you're looking for at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Don't forget to mention seeing this ad on the Kahok Sports Network for a 10% discount at checkout. Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville, or call 618-795-1333 or online at richesrecordemporium.com.
Once again, we welcome you back here to Batavia High School here in the town of Batavia, Illinois. Nice town. We got here a little early so we can get something to eat. Rode around for a little while. It's a pretty nice-looking little town they got here. Pass. Down the middle it goes, and a catch. And he stumbles. And if he wouldn't have stumbled, I tell you what, looked like Kelly was going to go in for a touchdown, but he stumbled and fell down before he could get inside the 10-yard line. So it's going to be first down and 10 from the 15 for Batavia.
We weren't expecting this kind of passing game from Batavia, but they bring in a different quarterback, and now they're flinging the ball down the field with number 8 in there at quarterback.
Michael Vander Lutgarten, but he's just listed on the roster as Michael Vander. I think I'll go with that.
Vander is quarterback can definitely throw the ball down the field.
Yeah. We've already used 3 different quarterbacks so far here in this first half. Here is a handoff and a catch from behind by Tongay. And the ball carrier, Brett Bergeron, goes down and didn't get anything, maybe lost a yard.
Yeah, that play just went parallel, and as he was ready to turn the corner, Tongay hooks him from behind.
So second down and 11 after a loss of a yard. 1 minute has passed here in this second quarter. Collinsville trailing 12-0, 2 wide receivers on either side of the formation. Whitwell is the lone running back, and now they bring Anderson back in at quarterback. Whitwell didn't know which way to run, started off to the right, went back to the left, and then went back to the right and didn't get very far. But he did get some positive yardage on the play, pickup of about 4, and that's going to bring up a third down and 7.
Batavia winning it on the offensive line, allowing Whitwell to just kind of stay alive, scope everything out, see which way he could go. There weren't, and no real way was any better than the other, so he just kept it up the middle and got what he could.
Tell you what, man, the way they're rotating these quarterbacks in and out of here, I'm getting whiplash.
Yeah, they're just making the Kahoks see things they haven't seen yet from Batavia.
Now Kelly is in there at quarterback. He takes off running, and he gets past everybody, and he's in for a touchdown.
Quarterback using his speed, expecting him to maybe hand off, give it to Whitwell, and he stays alive, and
the Dogs come back out.
The Dogs come back out here, 18-0 Bulldogs. Oh, now he's angry.
Yeah.
Looks like they're going to go back to trying to kick it. 17. 3 possessions and 3 trips right on down the field for Batavia offensively.
Caleb Peters will come in and try to kick the extra point. This time the hold is good. The kick is on the way, and the kick is good. So that makes it 19-0 in favor of Batavia. We have a timeout. Collinsville will get the ball back, see if they can figure out what to do here on offense when we come back after this timeout on the Kahok Sports Network.
Herald Square and Cold Herald, 2 great additions to the Collinsville landscape. Next to the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, Herald Square is a new outdoor multi-use event space in Collinsville. Concerts, fun and games, farmer markets, and so much more. Herald Square, a great space for Collinsville's future. And, just off the square's turf, Cold Herald, old-fashioned scooped ice cream gelato, house-made recipes, and premium sourced product. If you're over 21, ask about the good stuff at Cold Herald. Watch Collinsville grow. Herald Square and Cold Herald, 2 great new additions, only in Collinsville, Illinois.
Once again, we are back at Batavia High School. Todd Duke and Chris Kettler along with you. 19-0 in favor of Batavia. 3 touchdowns, and Collinsville trying to find an answer here. And the kickoff is going to go deep, and it's going to go Oh, it's going to take a bad bounce. Patterson's going to pick it up at the 2-yard line, and he'll bring it out to about the 14-yard line before he's brought down. He wanted it to go into the end zone, but it took one of those bounces right straight back to him.
Yeah, it bounced the wrong way. He just thought maybe just keep rolling into the end zone. We'll take the touchback, and oh man,
trick football.
Just died in that turf. The turf is it's not the newest.
No, it's not. I was down there walking across the field. It's very flattened out.
Yeah, it's flattened out, a little wore down, so it just kind of died in them little beads that it is out there on that turf.
Yeah, I got some on my shoe. There's the snap. Handoff is going to go to Rome Richardson. He goes up the middle, and he is going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
Trying to get Rome going. He did get one tough first down, 2-yard carry earlier, but there's nothing there.
Yeah, that's the only first down Collinsville has had so far in this game. 9:45 to go here in this second quarter, 19-0 in favor of the number 3 ranked Batavia Bulldogs. Zach Priest will come out of the huddle and line up as a wide receiver on the far side. Matt Reynolds and Rogers Parrott over here on the near side. And again, Richardson remains the lone running back. It's going to be a fake handoff to him, and Matt Reynolds couldn't hold on to the ball. It got thrown behind him a little bit. Got his hands on it, but when he went to pull it in, he dropped it.
He had to reach back the other way, opposite way he was running, then was ready to pull it in, just dropped it.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10 for Collinsville. They need to get it up to the 24-yard line to continue this drive, or else they're going to have to punt the ball back to the Bulldogs once again, and once again it'll be a short field to work with for Batavia if that happens. So you need 10 yards to keep the drive alive. Zach Priest lines up on the far side. Rogers Parrott in the slot on that side. Matt Reynolds on this side. And now Richardson will go join him, and Reynolds is being flushed out of the pocket, and that was almost picked off, and then it was. Devin Habermill ripped the ball out of the hands of the player who initially caught it, and when he ripped it out, it stayed up into the air, and another Batavia Bulldog pulled it in for the interception.
Lots of pressure from Batavia. Chase makes an ill-advised throw there just to get rid of it. Almost a heads-up play to rip it away and have it go incomplete, but it pops in the air. And you're already doing well for Batavia, and then luck shines upon you here, and it's going to be 1st and goal in the 10.
Yep, sure is. 9:22 left to play here in this second quarter, and Batavia's offense comes onto the field once again. Bodie Anderson back in there at quarterback, empty backfield, 3 wide receivers right, 1 over here on the near side. Anderson stands in shotgun. Here's the snap. He's back to pass. He looks far corner. He throws far corner. He's got Brown wide open, and he caught it. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. Touchdown.
Yeah, he might have even gotten the 2nd foot in. Just popped that one up and had Brown beat everybody, and doesn't take but a second there, 7 seconds there for the Bulldogs to score again following the turnover.
Well, things are not going well here at the beginning of this game. I can't even really say the beginning of the game, as we're into the second quarter now. And once again, Caleb Peters is going to come on to try to kick the extra point.
Yeah, the only thing that has gone negative for Batavia is a couple extra points.
Yeah, that's about it. Here's the snap. Ball placement is down. That one might have been partially blocked. I think we had some guys back there. I don't know if anybody got a hand on her or if that was just a bad kick. But at any rate, another missed extra point here for Batavia, 25-0 in favor of the Bulldogs. We'll take another timeout, see if Collinsville's offense can get themselves on track here on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Collinsville Area Community Foundation is our community's charitable foundation. We connect people, support programs, and guide resources to help our community thrive. Our board is made up of local leaders that donate their time and expertise to identify opportunities for long-term community impact in and around Collinsville. Find out more about scholarships, grants, and ways to give back to the city we love by visiting CollinsvilleFoundation.com.
Todd Duke, Chris Keller back with you from Batavia High School, where it's all Bulldogs here early on. 25-0 in favor of the home team. Collinsville trying to get something going here. How about a kickoff return for a touchdown? That would be nice. This one's going to go deep once again, and it's going to be Loyal Patterson catching it at the 6-yard line. He's across the 15, cuts up to the other side of the field, sheds one tackle, but then a swarm of guys wearing the red jerseys came in and took him down at about the 16-yard line, and that is where Collinsville will begin this possession.
Patterson wanted to turn the corner there, but there was nothing there. Yeah, Batavia made the semis last year, right? They real deal football squad here.
So Collinsville begins 1st and 10 from their own 16-yard line. 9:07 left to play here in this second quarter. Kahawks need to get something going here on offense. 2 wide receivers on the right. The one on the left comes back around everybody. Reynolds is in shotgun, and once again he throws it to Loyal Patterson, and there was not a lot of blocking up front. There was 3 guys in red jerseys that came back there untouched, and they took Loyal Patterson down at around the 13-yard line, so that's going to be a loss of 3 on the play, and it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 13.
Yeah, he had one guy cheating in, and then one guy just decided to knock over Matt Reynolds and cover also, and that didn't leave Patterson anywhere to run. No corner to turn once again. Cats go backwards.
Collinsville breaks this huddle and sends 2 wide receivers again left, one of them on the right. Rome Richardson remains the lone running back. Chase Reynolds is in shotgun. Here's the snap. Reynolds is going to go back to pass. He's being pressured. He's going to step up. Then he throws it on the run, and he completes the pass to Rogers Parrott, and he'll have enough for the first down. That's the 2nd first down of this first half for Collinsville.
We saw that earlier where the pocket started to collapse, and Chase tried to keep it going. That time he was able to set his feet a little more and complete the pass to Rogers Parrott. Finally another first down.
Chains get reset. Clock continues to run as we approach 8 minutes left to play here in this first half. 25-0 in favor of Batavia. Patterson and Rogers Parrott line up over on the far side. Over here is Matt Reynolds as the wide receiver. Rome Richardson remains the lone running back, and Richardson's going to get the handoff, and he runs into a little resistance and then gets taken out at the knees across the 30-yard line. That's a good pickup of about 4. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 6.
He survived the first and second contact there. He was able to get some running room. Just wasn't able to get his speed behind him just quite yet. But we'll take the 4-yard gain.
On these Batavia rosters, they have the numbers on a black background in white letters, and there's no lighting up here on the roof, so I'm having a hard time seeing that roster to give you any kind of who's doing what there on the defensive side of things. Reynolds back to pass, and he's going to get sacked at the 20-yard line.
Well, he stepped up when the pocket was collapsing a couple times there, but that time he gets snagged.
Yeah, your light's not working very well. Your little lantern went out.
No, it didn't work. That might be the other number 10. So much for the light.
Keller bought a little battery-operated lantern, and I had it sitting down on my roster there for a second, and then it went out. So that's of no use. Empty backfield. 3 wide receivers on the far, 2 on the near. Reynolds rolls out, and he is on the run and dumps it off, and Matt Reynolds couldn't hold on to it. Nice defensive play over there by the guy from Batavia. I think he knocked that ball out just at the last second.
That was 27. Andrew Collada. Andrew Collada knocks that one out of Reynolds' hands and be 4th and long for the Kahawks.
Well, we're going to have to punt once again, and this time Matt Reynolds is going to be standing at his own 5-yard line to let this one go. He's got Brown and Kelly down deep, standing right at midfield. Here's the snap. Bouncing ball that goes to Matt Reynolds. He gets it off, and it's going to hang up for a minute. Kelly catches it, and he runs past everybody. He's got one more man to beat, and that's Matt Reynolds. He cuts around, and that slowed him up just enough for Collinsville to get in there with a run from behind and get the tackle, but it's going to be 1st and goal again for Batavia.
All the Kahawks over pursued on the coverage there. And when he got the ball, he had all kinds of running room because everybody was behind him.
Yep.
Now Batavia will start once again at the 10. Great field position.
Well, they placed the ball at the 9, so 1st and goal once again for Batavia as they look to put a stranglehold on this first half. And here, once again, comes Michael Vander in at quarterback. He's got a running back on either side. Whitwell stands to his left. but he's going to throw, and he does so, and then springing loose is Isaiah Brown, and Brown is in with a 9-yard touchdown.
A couple of Kahawks ran into each other there. Some one-on-one coverage, and they just happened to take each other out on that one and go right in for the score. And fortunately, the route is on now.
Yes, it is. Once again, extra point try by Caleb Peters. There's the snap. Hold is good. Kick is on the way, and the kick is good, and that will make it 32-0 in favor of Batavia. We have a timeout coming your way. Collinsville going to get the ball back once again and see if they can figure out a way to get this offense on track before it gets way too late to do that. We'll be back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network. VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville is one of the area's longest-running VFW posts. VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville is your place to meet and join other area veterans. Plus, VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville offers all kinds of activities to help our veterans, as well as engaging the public with fun, food, fellowship, and a great time for great causes. Blood drives, fundraisers, raffles, and a Queen of Hearts drawing every Wednesday night. Plus, VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville has event space for your parties, celebrations, and other get-togethers. For more information, check out the VFW Post 1117's Facebook page or call the Caseyville VFW at 618-344-9878. Once again, we welcome you back here to Batavia High School. Wish we had some better news for you, but it has not turned out to be a great start here to this round number 1 playoff game at the number 3 ranked Batavia Bulldogs. Collinsville takes the kickoff and brings it around to their own 25-yard line, so that is where the Kahawks will begin this possession.
Well, we're still trying to get something positive here. Only two first downs. Maybe we can finally get a good little possession here, take some of this time off the clock, and maybe get a score here before the end of the half.
Well, you don't want to take too much time off the clock because time's not on your side when you're down 32-0. 6:10 left to play here in this first half. 2 wide receivers on the right side, and there goes Rogers Parrott in motion. They'll hand the ball off to Rome Richardson, though, and he'll run right into some opposition right off the bat and try to struggle to get it back to the line of scrimmage, and he'll lose a yard on the play.
Yeah, the blocks just aren't there. If handoff is even a second more later, they might be up on top of Reynolds before he even gets the ball handed off.
So 2nd down and 11 coming up for Collinsville. 5:45 left to play here in this first half. And it's been all Batavia so far. Well, Patterson comes out of the huddle and lines up as a wide receiver on the far side. In the slot on this side, Rogers Parrott. And next to him is Matt Reynolds. This time Richardson stands over the left shoulder. He'll get the handoff again, and again he is not going to get very far. He'll lose another yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 12.
4 Bulldogs there to bring him down. Just 1 Kahawk was left after all the guys were shoved aside, and the Kahawk offensive line has taken a beating already.
That they are. 2 straight runs, and if you wonder at this point, you might have to just abandon the run altogether and just start seeing if you can get some passes going on here. This time Rogers Parrott will line up in the slot on the far side. Patterson on the sideline. Reynolds over here on this sideline. And the snap. Chase Reynolds is going to go back to pass. He steps up and he's going to run with it. Gets around 1 and he'll get up to the 30-yard line, but that's going to bring up a 4th down and about 5 to go here for Collinsville.
Chase trying to do what he can do. Look for some running room there. Gets up the middle there. No one to pass the ball to. This will force the Kahawks to go for 4th and 5 from their own 30.
Yep. Really don't have much of a choice. I know that they're deep down in their own territory, and this has a chance to turn into something nice for Collinsville or turn into something nice for Batavia. Here is Reynolds. He's going to pass it again. He passes it to Loyal Patterson. Patterson gets his way up towards the marker, but he's going to fall a couple of yards short. 1 yard short of the 1st down, and Batavia is going to get the ball back. And again, they're going to start yet another drive in Collinsville territory.
Trying to outsmart everybody there and cut it back across the middle. It might have been the smart play. A lot of Patterson to get very close to the first down, but not enough.
Nope, came up about 1 yard shy of that goal. And here comes Bodie Anderson back into the game at quarterback.
3:58 in this second quarter. Batavia's scored on every possession they've had so far. The last two have been very short fields, and this is a short field too, but not as short as the last two.
Anderson rolls out to his left, throws while he's on the run, and another completion to Isaiah Brown all the way up to the 25-yard line. He's going to be 1 yard shy of the first. Well, no, I guess the spot is going to give him another first down, though, isn't it?
Yep, they're going to give it to him.
Yeah, needed to get up to the 24-yard line. That's exactly where he got. So a fresh set of downs for Batavia. 3:52 left to play here in this first half. Brown will line up as a wide receiver on the far side. Berrigan is over here on this side, and now Anderson is going to go under center with Whitwell, I believe, as his lone running back. And they got a man. That's Whitwell in motion, and now we're going to have a false start.
Yep, they're going to get a 1st and 5 here. Hare jumped across the line.
Yep, excuse me, offside, not false start.
Collins will bid on it there, and this will.
Yeah, as soon as that man went into motion, there was movement.
Not like where you can enter that neutral zone and hop back. Once you go in, it is a penalty.
I can't see numbers. 36 is the running back there, I believe. But I can't see my roster any longer, and he's going to get the handoff and go up the middle, and looks like a bunch of Michael Tonge in there with the initial tackle. And it looks like another first down. They're going to move the chains.
Preston Brummel was 36. I believe he had he was out there blocking earlier.
Yeah.
Put some good blocks out there for Whitwell. Another first down for Batavia.
And split wide receivers on either side. Brown on the far side. Berrigan over here on this side. And two running backs stand behind Anderson. Anderson's going to go back to pass, though. And he's going to throw it right into the front. And that ball came out. That was a nice play there by Devin Habermill. He got to the receiver's feet right as the ball got there. And actually, I think he caught it initially and then dropped it all in the same motion. So no fumble on the play, but that was pretty close to being one.
Really sold out on trying to do that because if the ball gets past him, be easy. Last 5 yards for Batavia to get that in the end zone.
Split backs on either side of Anderson now. Wide receivers on each side of this formation. Here is the snap. Anderson back to pass. He targets Brown once again. Brown over on the far sideline gets shoved out of bounds, and that is going to be enough for a first down. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 3-yard line now for Batavia with 3:13 left to play here in this first half.
Batavia knocking in for another score here. Finds Brown. That pass has been there all night for the Bulldogs.
That it has. So 1st and goal from the 3-yard line for the Bulldogs. This time the lone running back is Whitwell. He stands to the left of Anderson, and Anderson's gonna follow Whitwell in for a touchdown.
Flag on the play, so
yeah, it's gonna be a holding call against Batavia, so that doesn't count. And that stops the clock with 3:09 left to play. Boy, you really could use a turnover right about now, couldn't you?
Anything, but Batavia just has not made much in the way of mistakes. Only a couple penalties. That one does keep them out of the end zone for now, but they have played some good ball here in these first 2 quarters.
1st and goal from the 13-yard line. They break huddle. Brown lines up as the wide receiver over here on this side. Berrigan over on the far side. Whitwell is in the I formation standing behind, and he's going to get the ball, and he's going to get wrapped up right off the bat by Devin Habermill for a very modest 1-yard gain. So Collinsville holding tough on that first down play. So it'll bring up a 2nd down and goal from the 12-yard line as we're under 3 minutes to go here in quarter number 2.
Kroom, they said, got in there also helping in on that one.
I know Habermill made the first contact, slowed him up enough for Kroom to come in and help out. Batavia breaks huddle. Clock continues to move. 2:35 left to play here in quarter number 2. Split backs once again on either side of Bodie Anderson. 2 wide receivers over here on the near, 1 on the far. And Anderson's going to go back to pass. Throws as he got some pressure, and that one is going to be complete. And another touchdown for Berggren. Well, I'm already getting sick of hearing that dog bark.
Dog continues to bark. He's getting angrier. And
there's nothing to be angry about.
I wouldn't be surprised if Batavia wants to go for 2 here and get this to the 40-point lead and set up second half running clock.
Well, unless Collinsville can score a touchdown in the final 2 minutes of this quarter.
That's what they'll do. They'll go to try to get the 40-point lead.
Yeah.
And the running clock, if that 40-point lead stays here for the final 2:24.
So Anderson and Kelly are in the backfield. The snap goes to Anderson. Anderson looks and he throws, and the 2-point conversion is good to Brent Berrigan. And that makes it 40-0 in favor of Batavia. And that'll send us to another timeout. We're back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a new place to catch the game with cold drinks and great food? Look no further than 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville. 1101 Bar and Grill features pizza, burgers, wraps, and salads, plus 7 large screen TVs to catch the latest Kahok games and all the pro sports across the spectrum, plus all the college football and basketball you can handle. 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Call 1101 Bar and Grill for carryout orders at 618-223-1332.
Wish we had some better news to tell you about, folks, but we do not. It has been all Batavia here in this Class 7A first round playoff game. 2:24 left to play here in this first half. And another kickoff for Collinsville, and Loyal Patterson takes this at the 10. He's across the 20 and then gets tripped up and gets it around the 26-yard line. That's where Collinsville will begin this possession. And the Kahawks will have 2 minutes and 21 seconds to try and put some points on the board, or else Collinsville is going to be looking at a running clock in the entire second half.
Yep, Batavia has the 40-point lead. They have 40-point lead to start the second half, or get it at any time in the second half. Will be running clock. Althoff had put the running clock on the Kahawks a few weeks back, but that was a little later in the game.
Yeah. Patterson lines up as a wide receiver on the far side. Reynolds and Rogers paired over here on this side, and Rome Richardson's going to get the handoff. Sheds 1 tackle, but he got about a yard on the play before he was finally brought down, and that's a modest gain as the clock continues to move.
You got to try to get downfield here. Running game just has not been able to produce much. Only 1-2 yard gains at best for Rome Richardson when he can get the ball.
Only 2 first downs for Collinsville here in this first half. Here's a pass out to Habermill, and Habermill trying to get rid of a tackler. He'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
I just hope he doesn't hurdle anybody.
Yeah, that's not allowed.
Had fun with that this week. Saying should Coach Bird just sign him up to be a hurdler.
Yeah.
Track and field team, not just a thrower. Let's put him out there to do the hurdles.
Andrew Collada with the tackle brings up 3rd down and 7 for the Kahawks. 1:20 is all we got left here to play in this first half. Chase Reynolds in shotgun once again. He has 3 wide receivers over to the right side. And Collinsville is going to call a timeout, so we'll take a quick timeout as well, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Got questions about Medicare? If you're approaching the age of 65, the answer to that question is a resounding yes. Bill Holton is a former Collinsville Raider and Kahawk football player and is now an independent broker with Senior Health Plans, and he can answer all of those tough questions when it comes to Medicare. Which plan, which part, what's covered and what's not. If you're approaching the age of Medicare and need those questions answered, let Bill Holton get you those answers. Bill Holton with Senior Health Plans. Call him today at 618-978-2306 or email Bill Holton at william.holton@yahoo.com.
Todd Duke, Chris Kettler back with you from Batavia High School. We are just about, what would you say, 30 minutes west of downtown Chicago?
Yeah, it might just depend on traffic, but
Yeah.
yeah, you're probably going to need at least 30, 40 minutes to get to the city.
It was a nice drive on the way down here. We got to see the big water park they have in, Yorktown? There's
Yeah.
a throw out to Matt Reynolds. That's incomplete.
Yorkville,
yeah. That's going to bring up 4th down and 7 coming up here for Collinsville.
Well, whatever they drew up there in the timeout didn't amount to much. And Collinsville will punt.
Matt Reynolds, who did not play last week, is making up for lost time this week, that's for sure. He's going to stand back around his own 15-yard line. And once again, Kelly and Brown will stand back at their own 40-yard line. Here's the snap, and the kick is high and not very far. That is straight up into the air. It will take a little bit of a Collinsville bounce before it ends up rolling backwards. And once again, Batavia is going to have the ball 1st and 10 in Collinsville territory. There's only been one drive so far for the Bulldogs that began in their own territory, and that was the initial kickoff of the game.
Yeah, that was the first one. They had one at the 10, one at the 9. And about half the yards of that punt were it bouncing across the ground there. Only 101 for Batavia. See how they play this.
We will have the Woods Basement System halftime show coming up for you. We will let you listen to the Batavia Bulldogs marching band if they're still around. Are they? Yeah, they are. They're over on the other side of the field. Here's a catch, and that is Bergeron, and he got positive yardage, got about 5 on the play, so that's going to bring up a 1st down and 5.
He takes a shot in the back from Loyal Patterson, and he stays down.
Yeah, he is down. They stopped the clock with 49 seconds left because of the injury. And looks like we're going to have a injury timeout, so we will go ahead and take a timeout as well, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network. Celebrate the life of your loved one should be as special as the person they represent. That's why you will always find the staff at Her Funeral Home in Collinsville ready to go the extra mile to meet the needs of you and your family during those times. For over 100 years, Her Funeral Home has been there for Collinsville and the surrounding communities. Of the many arrangements made after losing a loved one, the first is the selection of a funeral home. The staff at Her Funeral Home in Collinsville can help with that planning. Call Her Funeral Home in Collinsville at 618-344-0187. Her Funeral Home, serving Collinsville families for over 100 years. 618-344-0187. All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent service staff. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. And of course, All Pro Tees is your destination for everything Collinsville Kahawks. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville at 2240 South Morrison Avenue. Online at allprotees.com. Right across the street from Kahawk Stadium. All Pro Tees, 618-344-2200. Brett Bergeron comes off under his own power, completed pass to Brown, and he zigzags his way all the way in for another touchdown for Batavia.
Great catch by Brown, up along the sidelines there, and then goes off of a couple Kahawks. Brink kicks it back to the center of the field there and goes in for a touchdown here, and Kahawks are just down on themselves there. That wasn't a good showing there as Batavia just goes ahead and punches in another score. Nothing wrong with that. You're still here in this game, still playing, but
well, you see why now they're the number 3 ranked team in Class 7A.
Oh yeah, they're great. Mount Carmel was number 1, Quincy is number 2, and they're number 3. And
yeah,
this is a great squad.
Extra point is good, and that makes it 47-0 with 38.7 seconds left to go. Collinsville will get the ball back with just a little bit of time left here in this first half, and we'll be back in a minute to tell you all about it on the Kahawk Sports Network.
We love to have you come work for the city of Collinsville. We have many positions available, from seasonal jobs to full-time opportunities in many of our departments. From police and fire to Gateway Center, Parks and Recreation, and City Hall. Our employees enjoy great benefits like comprehensive medical plans, paid time off, tuition reimbursement, and more. Visit the city's website, collinsvilleil.org, to apply and learn more about working for the City of Collinsville.
Once again, we welcome back to Batavia, 47-0 in favor of the home team. That came out of nowhere. Here's Loyal Patterson, who has got a little bit of a seam, and he'll get it all the way up to the 40-yard line, and that'll be the best starting field position for Collinsville here in this game so far.
A little bit of a seam up the middle there. Found some running room. Finally, something a little more positive for the Kahawks. See how they want to play this with only 30 seconds to go. Offenses not gotten going here tonight.
Yeah, you got to credit the defense for the Bulldogs. They came in with 36 quarterback sacks. That equals 4 quarterback sacks per game. 10 fumbles recovered and 4 interceptions. And they have another interception here tonight, so 5 interceptions. And here once again is Chase Reynolds in shotgun, and Richardson back in the backfield, but Reynolds is going to roll out. He's got some running room, and he's heading toward his own sideline where he'll have a first down, only the 3rd first down here in this first half for Collinsville.
Lots of running room there on that far side. One of the bigger positive plays for the Kahawks so far in this game. 25 seconds left.
And another fresh set of downs means the ball at midfield, and Collinsville trying to get in Batavia territory, and that came real close to being pass interference. It looked to me like Loyal Patterson got tugged from behind there before that ball got there, but referees keep their flags in their pockets.
Yeah, it might have just been just after it was out of Patterson's reach. Maybe not. Still technically a penalty, but they're going to go ahead and leave that flag in their pocket. That's asking a little too much.
2nd down and 10. Habermill lines up as a wide receiver all the way over on the far sideline. Empty backfield. 3 more wide receivers over here on this right side. Reynolds is back by himself. He'll step up, and he's still looking as he's on the run. Now he'll tuck it, and he'll pick up maybe 5 yards before he's ran out of bounds. Man, they're only going to give him 3. Actually, they're only going to give him 2.
Yeah, it looks like he almost got a little farther up. But
I thought he went out of bounds about the 45.
His foot must have hit out a little earlier than where he was committing to go out at about the 45.
3rd down and 8 to go. 13.3 seconds left here on the clock in the first half. We will try to get you some halftime scores if we can. Not everybody's in action tonight as far as football is concerned, but there are a few. 2 wide receivers near, 1 far. Reynolds rolls out to his right, throws while he's on the run, and there you go. You got Rogers Parrott wide open, and he's tackled at the 35-yard line. That'll stop the clock with 6.3 seconds left, and Collinsville will burn another timeout. And we'll go ahead and take one along with him, knowing that we're probably going to have running clock in the second half.
And Rogers is down, so we'll have to check on him also.
Got to get these commercials in while we can, so we're back in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jason Regg, your Benjamin F. Edwards financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jason Regg is a proud supporter of your Collinsville Kahawks and the Kahok Sports Network, as well as the Kahok Educator of the Month Award. For all of your investment needs, see financial advisor and investment vice president Jason Regg at the Benjamin F. Edwards office in Collinsville, located at 1008 Vandalia Street, or call Jason Regg at 618-223-5215 or visit benjaminfedwards.com. Benjamin F. Edwards, member SIPC. Looking for someone to help get your house in tip-top shape? Look no further than former Kahawk Kara Gray with Clean Living Cleaning Services. From bathrooms to kitchens to garages to bedrooms and even commercial spaces, Clean Living is your place to go. Clean Living guarantees expert-level work done by expert-level cleaners. No matter how much grit, how much grime, let Clean Living shine. For more information, check out the Clean Living Cleaning Services on Facebook or call 618-979-9634. A clean space is a happy place. Clean Living Cleaning Services, 618-979-9634. Back here at Batavia High School, Todd Duke, Chris Kettler with you. Maury Rogers' parent was hurt on the play, but he got off under his own power, and then Collinsville did use a timeout, so they have one left, as they have 6.3 seconds left to try to get this ball in the end zone. They get it in the end zone, and then they score a two-point conversion, and that takes away the running clock, at least on the outset of the second half. Here is Reynolds back to pass. He steps up in the pocket, and he's going to roll out, and he's going to throw on the run, but he just fired it a little bit too short, and there's 1 second left on the clock to have one more chance at throwing this ball into the end zone, or at least throwing it down there to get it close to getting in the end zone.
Can they buy him enough time to get it down the end zone? Offensive line's taking the beating here. Can they buy enough time here, or will they just try something short and try to beat some guys one-on-one?
Reynolds in shotgun once again, and he's going to go back to pass. He is being pressured. He tosses the ball up, and that's intercepted. Oh, almost intercepted. Should have been a for sure interception, but number 20 just flat out dropped that ball, and that is going to do it for the first half of play.
He owes some push-ups to that. He's down there. They're saying, that's all right, man. Come on, we're up.
Yeah.
And, 47-0 Batavia. They took it to the Kahawks here in this first half, and that's what 7A football playoff football is all about. Sometimes you run into some tough teams, and it's not what we ran into last year at Maine West. This is a tough squad here in Batavia, and they may go far in these 7A playoffs.
Tough team. All right, time for the Woods Basement Systems halftime show, brought to you by Woods Basement Systems, all things basement-y. Woods Basement Systems, working to keep homes dry since 1986. Woods Basement Systems, give them a call at 618-708-4055. We'll see if we can scrounge up some halftime scores, and we'll let you take in the fun and festivities of the Bulldogs marching band here at Batavia. When we return, it's the Woods Basement Systems halftime show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Caseyville VFW Post 1117 Auxiliary supports the VFW with post projects and fundraiser events. The Caseyville VFW Auxiliary also provides donations and sponsorship for Veterans in Need, Jefferson Barracks in St. Louis, the Caseyville Food Pantry, outreach programs, summer lunches for students in the Collinsville Unit 10 School District, and now the Kahok Sports Network. Plus, sponsoring CHS programs like band, theater, and sports. If you would like to provide support or join the Caseyville VFW Auxiliary, contact the Caseyville VFW Post 1117 at 618-344-9878. In the interest of Todd's bladder, we're going to go ahead and let you check out the band first, because they started real quick. So here is the Batavia Bulldogs marching band.
our collaboration with the cheer and dance teams. Give them a big round of applause for all they've done this year. In addition, we'd like to thank our members of the community here in Batavia for all their support to the marching band all year long. We were state runners-up in Class 4A this year and 13th overall in the state of Illinois. Give the marching band students a big round of applause for all their successes this year. The best competitive season yet. We're looking forward to playing at all of our home playoff games this year. This year, next up for us this evening is the White Stripes 7 Nation Army, fan and band favorite. Here we go.
The Batavia Bulldogs High School Marching Band, as we are into the Woods Basement Systems halftime show and got some halftime scores that we can pass along to you. Thanks for Zach Roseman for hooking us up with a text message. It helps out since we can't see up here to write things down, and I can't read much of what I got in front of me anyway. All right, so some scores for you. How about some halftime scores? Edwardsville and York are tied 7-7. Loyola is blanking Belleville East in the second quarter by a score of 20-0. Mount Carmel is over Harlem in the second quarter, 28-0. And in the first quarter, Marion is taking care of Highland right now early in that game by a score of 6-0. And in the soccer playoffs, Edwardsville playing Normal Community, And in the second half, the Edwardsville Tigers have a 2-0 lead. And that is a look at your Woods Basement Systems halftime show, brought to you by my friends at Woods Basement Systems. If you have some water damage in your home and you want that to stop, then you need to give my friends at Woods Basement Systems a call. They have been doing work like that since 1986. Give them a call at their headquarters in Collinsville at 618-708-4055. We still have about, 9 minutes until the second half kickoff. Collinsville is going to get the ball back to begin the second half, and we're going to have running clock in this one, folks, because Batavia, they have been all over the place on offense tonight, and they lead this one by a score of 47-0, and we'll be back to bring you second half action momentarily here on the Kahok Sports Network. Is it finally time to start doing what you've been talking about doing for years? Start making those plans right now and let Northwestern Mutual help you plan your future. Former Kahok Joe Philpott can help you get started with that plan today. Joe Philpott, a financial advisor with Northwestern Mutual, can help build a plan specifically for you with a wide range of financial options and the flexibility to change that plan as your priorities change. To get started on your future, give Joel Philpott a call today at Northwestern Mutual's Fairview Heights office at 618-606-2022. Spend your life living with Northwestern Mutual. Call Joel Philpott today, 618-606-2022. Want to catch some of the best live music in Collinsville from a band of all Collinsville area residents? Look no further than Sonically Pleasing. Sonically Pleasing with former Kahok Logan Carlisle, his dad Tim, along with Caleb Tanzius, play some of the best rock and roll hits from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and beyond. You can catch Sonically Pleasing at some of the area's finest venues, as well as book Sonically Pleasing for your private event or party. To put some music in your life, it's Sonically Pleasing. Check out Sonically Pleasing's Facebook page for upcoming live show dates and to book them for your special event or to call to book that event at 618-401-0052. Pleasing live rock music for your ears. Sonically Pleasing, 618-401-0052. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 1966 Vandalia, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is your one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pitmaster. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning sauces and rubs that supports our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop on by, see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the four-time world champion Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at collinsvillebarbecue.com or call 618-855-8855. Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family. Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Uptown Collinsville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville Kahawk sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs, you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers and sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest beer in town. Plus, they have an in-house DJ on Friday and Saturday nights. Dine in and catch a game or order carry-out with the Lucky Fox. The Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 118 East Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Open daily at 11 a.m.
Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-223-1948.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org. Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipStLouis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the Event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
Once again, we welcome you back here to Batavia High School. Todd Duke and Chris Kettler along with you. Wish we had some good news to pass along to you, but Chris Kettler, we really don't have a lot of good news. 47-0 in favor of Batavia, and Collinsville only managed to get 3 first downs in that first half, so they have their work cut out for them, and they're not going to have a lot of time to work with because there's going to be running clock the whole second half.
Yeah, Batavia really just kind of clicked on all cylinders, especially offensively. Just went right down the field and scored on every possession here. But the Kahawks are going to have to make the most of the time they have left here. Like I said, it's going to be running clock, 12-minute quarters, and the seniors that are out here, this will be some of them's last time that they'll get to play some football, and they'll have just these last few minutes here to take this in, and that'll be how they'll be remembered here. A football team that made the playoffs, but their final minutes out here on the field and see how some of these guys' career finishes up.
Well, Collinsville will get the ball back to start the second half once we get that underway, and then we will see what happens and see if Collinsville can muster up a little bit of offense here. I don't know about Batavia. Are they going to bring in their backup players here right off the bat to start off this third quarter?
I would think so. There's not much left to prove. You've gotten the running clock. They're going to have a game to get ready for next week. And with this 4-year run of here, the Kahawks of getting in the playoffs, this is by far the best team we've played.
Oh, yeah.
Brother Rice, I thought, we weren't far off from them. They did get a few scores late there. That was a real good team, but I think this Batavia team, this is a real deal team that may have state championship hopes on them here. This probably between them and Mount Carmel in 7A, I really think.
And Batavia, they've had a couple of times where they have dealt with Mount Carmel as well.
Yeah, last year's semis.
Yeah.
Don't discount Quincy too. They're doing some good things too, but they got it taken to them last year in the quarters by Mount Carmel.
Here is Caleb Peters, who is going to kick things off, and Collinsville has Loyal Patterson back deep. And this one is going to go over Loyal Patterson. He got it at the 10-yard line, had to catch it over his shoulder, runs straight east to west, and then runs into a player and gets up to the 15-yard line, and that's about all she wrote there.
Loyal Patterson, the ball carrier.
Yeah, just take that one up the field there. Try to maybe see if you can find a block or two. Don't go east-west with that one, and see how the Canucks play this one here to start the second half.
Besides the two state championships in football in 2013 and 2017, Batavia only has 2 more state championships as far as their school is concerned. Boys basketball all the way back in the 1911-12 season, and then boys track and field took first place in the 2022 season. All right, let's see what Collinsville's got up their sleeves here as they start off 1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line. It is a Chase Reynolds keeper, and he is going to go down and lose a couple of yards on the play.
Chase Reynolds.
That's all it was. Chase Reynolds keeper. He's going to try to find something on that left side. No running room.
So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 11 for Collinsville as they mark the ball back on the 14-yard line. Collinsville will break huddle and send Rogers Parrott, who's limping a little bit as he comes up to the line here over on this near side. He is the only wide receiver in this formation, so we'll see if we're going to hand the ball off to Rome Richardson, and they do, and Richardson will take it up over the right side, and he'll plow forward and stays on his feet across the 20-yard line to about the 22-yard line, so that's going to bring up 3rd down and 3 coming up here for Collinsville.
Biggest gain of the night got to be for Rome there. 2nd and 3rd effort there, got him a few extra yardage.
Kahok's break huddle. Clock will continue to move, and it won't stop unless there's a score or somebody uses a timeout. Reynolds will keep it this time after a fake handoff to Richardson, and Reynolds tries to go up the right side. He's going to fall a little short after a gain of about a yard on the play, so that's going to bring up a 4th down and about 2 to go for a 1st down here for Collinsville. And Rogers Parrott still limping out there.
Yeah, he went down hurt and had to be helped off, but like I said, he's one of the seniors.
Yep.
I guess he feels good enough to go. He wants to be out here for the final few minutes, but yeah, that doesn't look too good.
Yeah. So Collinsville trying to pick up their first down here in this second half after only doing so 3 times in the first half. Reynolds is in shotgun. He's going to keep it, and he's going to loft the ball down the middle, and it's going to be intercepted. It hit Devin Habermill in the chest. Now they're going to call it incomplete. So Batavia is going to get the ball back at Collinsville's 23-yard line.
We would have preferred the interception, actually.
Yeah, all the way back out there would have been nice.
Statistically, Chase Reynolds doesn't want that, but that would have moved the ball.
Excuse me.
35 yards back the other way.
So we'll see who the Bulldogs want to trot out here.
Takes over on downs.
And Batavia
Down Batavia.
takes over on downs deep in Collinsville territory. Batavia's only started 1 possession in their own territory, and that was the opening kickoff. And they are going to bring Michael Vander back out at quarterback. He has split backs in the backfield, and the handoff is going to go to one of those guys, and he gets slammed to the ground by Devin Habermill, and that is Henry Hahn.
Yeah, Hahn was out there as well as Jason Stoffels. And Hahn went right into the arms of Devin Habermill, and he got to meet Devin Habermill and got laid down.
Hahn, meet Devin. Devin's like, hi, here's the ground. Wide receiver on the far side. I believe that is going to be a freshman, Gavin McKelvey. And after a run up the middle didn't go very far, we're going to have a ball back at the line of scrimmage, going to bring up 3rd down and 10.
Now, remember Devin Habermill, he's 4 years here on the Kahawks, is playing his final minutes as a Kahawk. He'll look to do some stuff for on the field events for the track and field team when that comes around in the spring.
Yep, discus and shot put. That'll be the first Saturday in May.
And then he'll go to DeKalb for Northern Illinois football next fall.
Luke Patrizi lines up as a wide receiver on the far side. 2 more on this side, but it's going to be a handoff. And once again, the ball carrier will go down to the ground. And Hahn, once again, the ball carrier. Pickup of about 2 on the play, so it's going to bring up a 4th down and 8. Clock continues to move, though. 6:50 left to play here in this 3rd quarter.
Dave, you going to go for this? I'm not going to waste a long field goal.
Yeah, they had a guy out there practicing some long field goals there at halftime. But decided to go forward on 4th down. Split backs once again on either side of the quarterback, Vander. And here's the snap, and pass to the sideline is complete and pushed out of bounds. That is Sawyer Conroy. So Conroy is a senior, but apparently doesn't get that much playing time, so we're going to let him have some playing time here on his home turf, because there's a 50-50 chance that Batavia will have to go on the road for their next playoff game. And that does move the chain, so 1st down. They can get another 1st down at the 3-yard line. And once again, Vander is in there at quarterback, and he has a running back on either side, and Hahn gets the handoff again. He'll try the right side, and he'll be brought down just as he crosses over the 10-yard line. They'll put him down there at about the 8-yard line.
Yeah, so Batavia will either play Pekin or our friend that we met last year, Lincoln Way West, in the next round.
Call him Habernail?
Something like that.
Yeah, kind of appropriate sometimes. Habernail and Habermill and Hahn have met each other a couple of times here on this one. Well, that time he gets around Habermill, and he'll get brought down at about the 2-yard line. I think they got enough for a 1st down, though, so it'll be 1st and goal for Batavia from Collinsville's 1-yard line.
Seemed like the Cats were nearly going to get him stopped. Had him down to the 4th down, but this drive keeps going, and possession touchdown is what it's been for Batavia here tonight.
Yep, it has. Clock down to 4:50 to play here in this 3rd quarter. Wide receivers all the way on the far edges of this formation. And it's going to be another handoff to Hahn, and he is going to go in for a touchdown.
Touchdown, number 31, Henry Hahn.
Supposed to stop the clock, but they just keep it going. It doesn't matter.
Supposed to stop the clock, but it continues to run. I'm getting sick of hearing that dog bark, I tell you that much.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's another way to shut them up, but not going to happen for the Kahawks here tonight.
Extra point try coming off of the foot of Caleb Peters. There's the snap, and that ball is going to be blown dead. Yeah, lots of movement up front. It's going to be a false start against Batavia. Yeah, they're supposed to stop the clock after a touchdown. It's continuing to run.
Yeah, this is why you stop it, because these extra points could be time consuming, and then by the time you get it ready for the kickoff, referees seem
they haven't said anything.
They don't seem to be worried about it.
I don't even think they've looked up at the clock, though, to tell you the truth. So now we're going to try what is going to appear to be a 25-yard extra point. And the snap is up, and the kick is on the way, and the kick is good. 54-0. With about, I don't know, there was 3:55 left or something like that.
It was over 4, like 4:55, I think.
Yeah. And they're supposed to stop the clock again before Collinsville gets the ball back, but this clock operator is continuing to let the clock run, and the referees, I don't think they've noticed, or maybe they don't care.
We'll continue on here. We'll lose about 3 minutes here.
Well, it definitely will stop once it hits zeros. $54-0 in favor of Batavia. As once again, Caleb Peters is set to kick things off. Who is that over there on the far side for us? Can you tell? All I can see
maybe DeAndre Brown.
Is it? I can see a 7. That's all I can see.
17 DeAndre Brown.
Okay. Well, Loyal Patterson takes the kickoff at the 10-yard line, and he again runs east to west, cutting it upfield a little bit, and then he finally gets ran out of bounds at the end of his bench over there, and Collinsville will start 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line.
See, yeah, Chase will come back out again.
Yeah, the starters are going to stay out there for Collinsville. For
these seniors, it's going to be the end of the line for them. And
you know they don't want to come out.
Priest
will come over here and line up as a wide receiver on the near side. Rogers Parrott is going to be in the slot. Loyal Patterson over on the far side. Rome Richardson once again remains the lone running back as he'll stand offset to the left of Chase Reynolds. Reynolds will hand the ball off to Richardson. Richardson gets it across the 25-yard line. He'll be brought down after about a 2-yard gain, and now a late flag comes in.
Lots of grabbing. Maybe they got a face mask or something on Rome. I mean, grab Rome's face mask, and that's exactly what it is.
It sure is. It's going to be a personal foul face mask. Well, that's going to be a 15-yard penalty. So Collinsville will get a first down out of that penalty.
Personal foul, grabbing the face mask against Batavia.
And that's the Kahawks' first down here. No, is it their second one of this half?
Yeah, I think it's the second one. They did get one last possession. Chase Reynolds scrambled for one.
Kahawks are trying to get into Bulldogs territory for the first time tonight. Reynolds in shotgun.
Trying to get this playoff before the end of the half.
Yeah, there's the
third
snap.
quarter.
And Reynolds is going to keep it, and he's going to travel over here towards us and split a couple of defenders and probably pick up about 6 yards on the play, and that is going to be the final play of quarter number 3. And with that running clock, it does not take a lot of time to play one quarter. So fourth quarter coming your way next after a timeout here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420.
Back here at Batavia High School, Todd Duke, Chris Kettler along with you. Wish we had some better news, but there's some good news as Rome Richardson barrels his way forward for another first down, and for the first time tonight, Collinsville is into Bulldog territory.
Well, they did just barely get across at the end of the.
Yeah, I think you're right.
First half, barely. Didn't get much more than that. Richardson goes to sideline. Now Tonge comes in at running back.
Why not? A couple of times that he's been a running back this year, he's done okay, and now he's going to run into his own guy. He's going to spin away and then try the left side. He's down the sideline, and he gets brought down after another first down there by Collinsville, down to the Bulldogs' 27-yard line.
Definitely made something out of nothing there.
Sure did.
Ran into his own guy. No running room on the right side. Went the other way. Also have this now to be Stewart. And at running back after Tonge has that long run.
Probably a little winded after that one, I would say.
Yep.
So Stewart in there at running back, and he'll get the fake handoff, and it's going to be a keeper by Chase Reynolds, and Reynolds is going all the way in for a touchdown.
Well, Canucks avoid the shutout. They bid on the fake handoff to Stewart, and Chase Reynolds, maybe his final touchdown as Kahok. Going to head to Southern Illinois University, Carbondale. They do stop the clock after that score.
Where did he run that in from? About 38 yards?
About the 28,
28? Okay. I looked up at the scoreboard, and it had 48.
That was the play before.
Okay, here is Matt Reynolds with the extra point try, and it is good. And then Reynolds gets shoved down afterwards. No flag on the play, but at any rate, Collinsville is on the board, 54-7 in favor of Batavia.
Yeah, so Canucks aren't going to get shut out here in this game. They do stop the clock after this score.
They did. I'll just keep it right here for this one. How about a little Batavia High School football history? West Batavia High School and East Batavia High School merged into one school in the early 1900s, and including the merger of their football teams into one team in 1909. That team went 5-3-1 under Albert Lytle, who was at Batavia for just that 1 year. From 1909 to 1926, Batavia went through 16 head coaches, including 9 coaches in the first 9 years, with a different head coach from 1909 to 1918. From 28 to 33, J.G. Sikora coached the Bulldogs for 6 years. He went 11, 18, and 7. Then 6 more head coaches followed from 1934 to 1954, with most of that time ending without a winning record for Batavia. Robert Tipsword took over in 1955. He went 31, 32, and 3 in his 8 years, with 5 and 3 being the best record. Collinsville just with an onside kick. It looks like they might have recovered it.
Reynolds recovered his
They
own
did.
kick.
Yeah.
He went all Pat McAfee on us, recovering his own kickoff.
They went 5 and 3 and 59 and 63, and that was the best records they had up to that point. 3 more coaches followed Tipsword from 64 to 71, with a 6 and 2 mark under William Day in 1966 being the highlight of that period. And then things started to get a little bit better there for Batavia as time went on. But the winningest head coach is the one that they have right now, and that is Dennis Perron. Here is Reynolds. He'll hand the ball off to Stewart. Stewart will go left. Oh, boy. Devin Habermill couldn't hold his block over there long enough without getting a holding call, and Stewart, he paid for it.
Tyler Baxter brought that one after he shook Habermill.
Tyler Baxter made the stop.
And Stewart went off, hopping off on one leg after that play.
And now Brock Smith comes in to be the running back.
Brock Smith.
No, Jordan Brocksmith. Brocksmith is the last name.
Okay.
Jordan Brocksmith.
Jordan Brocksmith. And he'll get the handoff, and he'll go up the middle, and he'll get to the 50-yard line. That's about it.
And seen him get a carry this year. Yep, Jordan Brocksmith.
Jordan Brocksmith, ball carrier.
9:20 left to go here in this fourth quarter.
Now it looks like Will Swip will maybe get in here as the running back.
Yeah. Gonna get some of these younger guys some carries.
And now Chase Wilkinson is in at quarterback.
Yeah, they're going to need a little bit of this varsity time as well. Chase Reynolds gets a hug over on the sideline from all the coaches, so his night is probably done.
Now Brocksmith is still out there. Will Swip going to be like a tight end.
Ball at the 50-yard line. Here is a handoff to Brocksmith, and he'll run into trouble, and he'll go straight backwards. That'll bring up fourth down.
No running room there. Canucks went heavy on the left side and tried to run it to the right. Now Brocksmith will go out, and this will be Trey Nevner, I believe is the name.
So Collinsville is going to go for it on fourth down here. Ball on their own 49-yard line. The original line of scrimmage was on Batavia's 47-yard line, so Collinsville has lost 5 yards here on this drive. Jace Wilkinson's in there in shotgun. 2 wide receivers far, 1 near, and Wilkinson's going to go back to pass, and he is going to overthrow everyone, and Batavia is going to get the ball back.
Yeah, he's looking for Drew Balsidis there. Couldn't connect with him. Okay, I was trying to get some different guys in there.
In 71, Tina Tate took over and went 45 and 62 in 12 years for Batavia. 2 years of Mike Rumpel ended in a 3-15 record before Mike Gaspari took over in 1985. And then things started to turn around in 1991. Batavia earned their first ever playoff berth, going 7-2 in the regular season before dropping their first ever round 1 postseason game with a 30-12 loss in Class 4A to Bremen High School. Here is a run over the left side by Batavia. They're into Collinsville territory. They started in Collinsville territory at the 49-yard line, and a modest gain of about 2. Gaspari and his Bulldogs went to the postseason again in 93 with another first-round loss, but finally got the monkey off of their back in 1996, going 10-2 with a first-round win over Piatone and a round 2 win, 55-6 over Inglewood High School of Chicago before losing in the 4A quarterfinals 49-6 to Providence Catholic High School of New Lenox. Here's another handoff. This one goes over the left-hand side. Michael Tange remains in there on the defensive side of things, and no gain on that play as it's back to the line of scrimmage. We're down to 6:40 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Gaspari's teams went to the postseason 14 times in his 26 years and brought Batavia their first football trophy in 2006 when the Bulldogs made it to the 6A championship game where they had to settle for second place after they lost to Normal Community High School 30-20.
Yeah, not a lot of playoff wins there up until they got into the 90s, and then all of a sudden started becoming a football powerhouse over the last 25 years or so.
That they did. That pass was completed. And completing that pass to Kyle Schneider, 5'9", 130-pound senior wide receiver.
Fourth down.
Yeah, current head coach Dennis Perron took over for Gaspari in 2011, and they have qualified for the playoffs every year since then, except for the pandemic year. We told you that at the outset of this game. And 2 state championships and a second-place finish under Perron. Here's a snap and another handoff, and this one's going to have a little bit more success. And all the way up the sideline, got to get around one more guy, can't do it. And finally brought down by Collinsville's number 43, but I couldn't tell you who that is because I can't see my roster.
Donovan Jones, I think, has 43 on.
Yeah.
Let me check the roster. Kane Wyan was also down there. Donovan Jones, but this is all going back. There's a penalty flag anyway.
Yep. Last season, we told you about the Bulldogs. They went 11-2. They knocked off Brother Rice 46-0 in round 1. They beat Lincoln Way Central 45-17 in round 2. And they won 54-14 over Rockton in the quarterfinals before they fell to eventual state champ Mount Carmel. That was a 64-26 game in last year's semifinals.
Wow, Mount Carmel. They're like Thanos. They're inevitable. It all goes through Mount Carmel in 7A.
So back into their own territory now after that big penalty. And back to pass. And getting flushed out of the pocket. Quarterback throws the ball up for a heave-ho, and that one's off of a couple of bodies. Collinsville had a chance for an interception there.
McCoy broke it up.
As the intended receiver, I believe. That was Sawyer Conroy. Quarterbacking in there right now is, I'm going to go with Brennan Zhang. I don't know. They have 2 number 18s. Olin Johnson is the junior, and Brennan Zhang is the sophomore. And the Kahawks take over on down, so it doesn't matter anyway.
Is listed as a quarterback.
Okay. We're down to 3:50 left to play here in this one. Collinsville will finish the year at 5-5. 4 years in a row qualifying for the playoffs, though. That's the feather in the cap of Colton Rhodes and his Collinsville Kahawks since he took over 4 years ago. Here's a snap, and Jace Wilkinson tosses up a wobbly ball to the sideline, and is it going to be a catch?
I think it's going to be a catch.
Yeah, it is going to be a catch. That's Loyal Patterson.
I think he cramps up or something as he went down. So Jace completes the pass, yeah.
Gets a first down. So the new line of scrimmage is now the 37-yard line, as we have 3 minutes left to play here in this one. I don't know if we will get ourselves a coach to come up here and talk to us after this one's over with. Most of them are down on the sidelines. That's why Drew Cordes didn't talk to us last week. They decided that he would be better off down there on the sideline. He told me as I ran into him when I was coming up the steps here that he and Chase Reynolds like to talk about things person to person. So he decided that last week he was going to go on the sideline, this week as well. I believe that's a face mask penalty, and it is.
Trey Nevner was running the ball, and he was only brought down because they grabbed it under his face mask. This will keep the drive going for the Kahawks, but they're going to start to run out of time. Clock ain't going to stop for anything unless they really want to use any of these timeouts.
Yeah. Still says they have 2 timeouts left. They never changed that from halftime. Wilkinson in shotgun once again. 2 wide receivers far, 1 near. And the handoff is going to go up the middle. And Collinsville has some more success. And all the way down to about the 10-yard line on a nice run there by the Kahawk running back.
Trey Nevner. Just getting in there, coming up for the playoff game. As we hit about a minute and a half to go, so the Kahawks could get one last score here to send us home.
Once again, Wilkinson in shotgun, hands the ball off, and up the middle. This time will go Nevenair. And a little bit of success, not much. He gained maybe a yard or 2.
Like to see him be able to get at least all 4 plays off. Let's not stop the clock. Let's be efficient here. Wilkinson did go to the sideline for the play, so that's going to take some time.
Yep. But he's back in there. We're under a minute to go. Collinsville has the ball, second down on the 9-yard line. Second down and goal for the Kahawks. Here's the snap, and he's going to throw it to the corner of the end zone, and back in the corner. That one's caught, and they're going to check with the referees, and the referees say touchdown. And that touchdown belongs to Drew Balsitis.
There you go. That's something for him to go home with.
Yeah.
Great job. So they do stop the clock there. It's not going to end the running clock because there's only 40 seconds left. Kahawks are going to go for 2. So even if they bring this, it'll bring it down below 40, but that won't matter.
No, it won't.
And there's only 40 seconds left anyway.
And they hand the ball off. Nothing doing there on the 2-point conversion.
So the Kahawks will have one last score here to go home to. Just kick this one off, and that'll pretty much be it. Batavia won't even have to run a play once the clock gets going again.
2-point conversion, no good.
So the Kahawks not only avoid the shutout, but they add another touchdown to boot. 54-13 in favor of Batavia, who will move on to round number 2 in the Class 7A playoffs. And this will be the end of our fall sports coverage on the Kahawk Sports Network, but don't you worry, a very quick turnaround. We have Kahawk hockey for you coming up on Monday. That's right, Monday night, 9 p.m. start at the RP Lumber Center. Collinsville and Edwardsville will kick off the season. We have about 4 straight hockey games for you before we will turn our attention to bowling and basketball. Usually the way it goes.
Yep, basketball girls will start their practices, tryouts, whatever on Monday.
Yep, we'll have the girls' season opener at Cahokia coming up for you. We'll have the boys' season opener. They're at home this year against Heron.
Yep, that's November 26th.
Yeah.
For those interested, the host Heron to start the season.
My grandson plays for the Heron Tigers football team. He made it on the varsity roster a couple of times this year. Mostly played JV, though. Matt Reynolds kicks the ball off and aims for the sideline, takes a bounce at the 10-yard line. It's picked up there and across the 20 and spun down over the 22-yard line, but that's going to do it. As you mentioned, Batavia doesn't even have to run a play, and everybody starts pouring onto the field, and they know that this one is over.
That's it. That's it. They don't even have to run the play. The clock ain't going to stop anyway.
Nope. It is not, and the play clock hasn't even started yet, so.
Oh, that's irrelevant anyway, because
Yeah.
even if they let the play clock run, the game clock ain't going to stop anyway.
Yeah, Collinsville's not even coming onto the field, so I don't know why Batavia is going to run a play without anybody there for Collinsville. I don't think they're going to allow them to do that, though, as the clock is going to hit 0, and that is going to do it.
I guess the guys just wanted to come out in formation.
I guess.
See the point of that, but
yeah.
It's over.
It is. So the Kahok season comes to a close, and they'll finish out at 5-5. Batavia will continue, and they now have a record of 9-1 on the year after a 54-13 final score.
Yep, they're a great squad here, Batavia. They may go far in these playoffs here, but the Kahok season comes to an end, 5-5. We're just glad to make the playoffs and have this opportunity here in Week 10. Didn't go our way. Made it a little farther last year, but not this year. And that'll be it. Well, thanks for having me, Todd. It's great doing these road games with you. It's always a blast, and so you got Dr. McCluskey with you for the home games, and I get to listen to you guys from afar when I'm doing the scoreboard for the home games. It's always fun with these football games.
Yeah, man, I enjoy football season. I enjoy having you along, and Zach Roseman's always in the booth with us, helping us out with stats when we're on the home games. Dr. McCluskey, as you mentioned, on the other microphone. We'll get more of Dr. McCluskey when basketball season starts, and of course you and I will do as many road basketball games as allowed, as long as you're not home doing the girls, or vice versa. You'll be on the road with me at the girls if the boys are at home. So we'll have some more fun together, don't you worry.
Yeah, and once again, thank you to Clay Smith for doing whatever he had to do to be able to get us on the air and having the video so everybody could look at it. Some kind of magical things we had to do to get the IHSA to agree with us to make that happen here. But
we still don't know what he did. It's a secret. It's a closely guarded secret.
No, it's not that big of a secret, but
I know.
It's just some of the restrictions we have to deal with, but we were able to bring everybody to the game. I hope they enjoyed it here, and we'll be heading home in a little bit.
We will, but first we have the post-game show to tell you about, brought to you by LC's Pub in Caseyville. Great food, great drinks, great service, served up daily at LC's Pub in Caseyville. 605 North Main Street in Caseyville. Give them a call for carry-out orders. LC's Pub, 618-855-9007. We'll see if a coach is going to join us or not. If not, Chris Kettler will be back, and he'll help me close this one out. But the LC's Pub post-game show comes your way next, regardless, on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. The Collinsville Daily News, the new online source for everything newsworthy in and around Collinsville. This news source is designed to be the heartbeat of the Collinsville community and is owned and operated by members that live in this area. The Collinsville Daily News generates their revenue with local support from the community in which they serve and from advertising. They do not charge to read their content, so you'll never run into one of those annoying paywalls. Not only that, but the Collinsville Daily News offers free classified advertising. You have items you want to buy, sell, or trade? It's free to post. Wedding or engagements announcements, as well as obituaries, all free at CollinsvilleDailyNews.com. Plus, they have the content that matters most. Collinsville news you need to know, coverage of Kahok sports, and a keen eye on city news. The Collinsville Daily News also has an event tab that allows you to find out what is going on in and around the region for you and your family, the heartbeat of the community. Helping readers make sense of an increasingly chaotic world. Check them out at CollinsvilleDailyNews.com, on social media sites Facebook and Instagram. The heartbeat of this community is the Collinsville Daily News. Diamonds for Kahawks is a facility improvement project to develop a baseball, softball, and football/soccer field for CHS students and our communities to utilize. The project includes 2 baseball fields, 2 softball fields, a soccer/football field, concession stand, bathrooms, and parking. The development of this facility will benefit the band, PE classes, baseball team, softball team, and soccer team with a centralized location, ease of access, and an eye-catching complex. Please contact AD Clay Smith to donate to this project or visit the Collinsville Area Community Foundation website to make your tax-deductible donation today. Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former Kahawk Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus, they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahawk games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahawk fans' pub of choice.
And once again, we welcome you back into the LC's Pub post-game show here on the Kahawk Sports Network. No coaches have come up to the box, so we're going to go ahead and end it right here. Chris Keller, I know, was a tough thing to watch. Went by kind of quick because of that running clock, but you know what? It's been a great 4-year run by Coach Colton Rhodes and his Kahawks, and you hate to see things end like this.
Yeah, it was a game that got away from here on this night, but the 4-year run has been great, making the playoffs and really turning Collinsville football into something different than it had been. And hopefully next year the team will come out and make it 5 in a row. We'll definitely want to have that happen. And just whatever game we get into, then we'll see what that is on that night. But you see out here on the field, they're giving like a last handshake to the seniors. I think that's what coach does. I remember them doing that out at Brother Rice. Just the seniors, their career is done as Kahawk football players, and so from the other guys, they'll start looking towards what they'll have to do in the summer workouts and before the next season comes around to try to get that 5th straight playoff appearance.
Yeah, we'll see some of these guys in other sports like
yeah.
Chase Reynolds plays basketball, and Devin Habermill in track and field, and there's a bunch of other guys down there that participate in other sports. Will Swip will play some baseball. He didn't get to play baseball last year because he got hurt. So we'll see some of these guys again.
Yeah, just because they're done playing football and maybe not done athletically. Maybe some of them are, but they'll have some will have other athletic things to be in, and they'll have 6 months of high school left before that graduation comes around. And Yeah, it goes fast, and
It does,
they're
man.
gonna wake up tomorrow, tired and have their weekend ahead of them. But when it'll hit them at some point that, hey, I'm done playing high school football for these seniors. But some of them other ones will be back, and coach will try to get them ready for the next season.
All right, Chris Keller, we'll talk to you later on in the month, buddy.
Yeah, hopefully. All right, see you down the road.
All right, that is Chris Keller. My name is Todd Duke. Big thank you to Colton Rhodes, as always, joining us in the pregame festivities on the pregame interview, and a big thank you to everyone involved during this 2024 football season. We already named most of them a little bit ago, so we'll just go ahead and leave it at that. And don't forget, we're back at you Monday with some Kahok hockey against Edwardsville at the RP Lumber Center, scheduled for a 9 p.m. start. There is a game that's before that one, so we'll kind of play it by ear as to when we go on the air with the pregame show, but it'll be 20 minutes before face-off, so somewhere around 8:40 or something like that. So until then, my name is Todd Duke. Everyone, have yourselves a fantastic weekend.